What is going on?
Guys.
It is Monday. Is my head room all right? I feel like I'm really kind of chopped up over there.
No, you look fine.
Okay.
You look fine.
Okay. Hey, how's it going? It is Sketchy Live. And of course, we do this every Monday night, 9:30, here on Facebook Live. I'm Johnny Jalopy, and with me, as always, my beautiful, lovely wife, holds it all together, the linchpin of the whole organization, ity-B.
It's me.
It's you. It's you. No, it's Jess.
I'm going to apologize in advance if you're hearing any rain because we are right near the door.
Pouring.
It's coming down.
So it's raining, it's pouring. The old man
is
snoring.
Guys, we are season 5, episode 19 tonight.
Awesome.
It is Memorial Day today.
It is Memorial Day, and I didn't want to say Happy Memorial Day.
Right.
But I hope that you had a
relaxing,
fun
day of reflection,
and that your Memorial Day was pleasant. We both, ity-B and I, spent some time out cleaning in the garage, and doing some work, trying to, and did some reflection as well about a lot of stuff. And and
a cool story I'm going to share with you in a little bit.
Yeah, so it was really awesome, and so excited that we get to spend Memorial Day with you. So, yeah. Both of us have fathers who served in the military. Both of us come from military background as far as being kids of military service people. It's a different kind of lifestyle being a family of the service. My folks moved around a few times, and
well, your dad was active duty. Mine was in the military way before I was even thought of.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay.
That being said, and some of you have seen my dad and know my dad. Very Marine-like. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Yes, he's very much a Marine.
Quite a bit about him is still very disciplined, which, he was only in for a couple of years ago. I think he only did one tour, but it just stuck with him.
Well, that's the training.
Yeah, so I guess they did what they were supposed to do.
Really frustrated. My stupid
What's going on?
Reference thing's not coming up. Did it come up for you on your phone?
Yes.
Shit. It figures.
Well, it could be the rain. I don't know why that would have anything.
No, I don't know. Or maybe you have it open and that's why I can't open it.
No, I don't think so.
I don't understand.
No, today your phone sucks. Normally my phone sucks.
Yeah.
All right, let me tell you who we've got on. So first of all, what are you drawing today? Because we are doing a Memorial
Well, the idea
Day
was
sketch.
I wanted to do a let me see if I can just find it. We're gonna do a nod to some military artwork that Big Daddy Roth did back in the Vietnam days, and we're going to do one of a pretty well-known one. It's called Armor in Command. We're a really cool. So I'm going to kind of try to do my little spin on it, try to nod to the original.
Sure.
Of course, that's what we do, right? That's part of. If you're a big fan of ratfink art, Big Daddy Roth, Ed Newton. That's what we're doing. It's definitely nods to our heroes who do artwork. So let me see if I can maybe find the
gist of it is basically a monster in a tank, which we thought was fitting for for today.
We did a Jeep already, so I didn't want to do a Jeep again.
Right.
So I thought it'd be cool to do a tank. And so as soon as I can find kind of the reference I wanted to utilize.
Why are you just not looking at this? Because
it's your phone, and I want to be able to use my phone. Oh. Unless you're going to let me pull it over here.
You want me to text it to you?
Should be great. So, but that's kind of the idea of it. The whole idea of me emailing it to myself was so that I could open it.
Yes, well.
Apparently, that's not going to work.
There you go.
So how many folks we got hanging out with us?
We have 19 on the broadcast tonight, so let me tell you who we've got. Well, Johnny's figuring his stuff out here. We've got Lizzie Daughtry joining us. Welcome. Lizzie, we were totally going to come to the car show on Saturday. It was about an hour from our location where we went to breakfast, and we had so many other things to do on Saturday. So
yeah, it was very kind of a tough one.
But we did want to make it.
We did.
We've got Julie Anderson joining us. Welcome. She says Happy Memorial Day.
By the way, no pre-sketch. We're going right into it.
Okay. Michael Allen says, what's up? He's joining us tonight. Lizzie said, I hope you had an awesome day. We will get to that in a moment. Draco said, Ed Zachary on time. Lou Linder Jr. is joining us. Good evening from Van Salem, Pennsylvania. Welcome. Mike Frucci's joining us. Good sketchy evening from Homosassa, 79 and Thunder.
Homosassa?
Homosassa.
It's not Homosassa?
Might be. Robert Frost said, wasn't sure if you were going to be on tonight. Happy you are. We are happy you're joining us.
Yeah, we almost did not because we were thinking,
we were napping.
Exhausted. And yeah.
We had a super long day.
The sun definitely killed us.
Yes. Howard Pierpont is joining us.
Wasn't so much the sun.
Somebody got a burn. We did. Yes, I think both of us got a little bit of sun today. Between Saturday, yesterday, and today.
Yeah.
Because there were 3 days basically out in the sun. Lizzie said we had rain about a half hour ago. Yep, she sent it this way.
Yeah, it is upon us.
Howard Pierpont said it's 62 and partly cloudy out there in Greeley, Colorado.
Excellent.
Sounds nice. Spud Anderson is joining us, husband of Jules. Lizzie Daughtry is giving us her Elizabeth Handmade Jewelry on Facebook and her YouTube channel, Miss Butterfree 34.
Oh, nice.
So check that out, her YouTube page. The McCoys are joining us, Brian and Lisa McCoy. Hello from Maurice, 85 degrees and dry, actually.
What? It's coming.
I know.
It's heading your way.
I know. Nice
not to throw
weather last night.
Not to throw it at you.
Nice camping weather last night, they said.
Oh, okay.
I believe it. John Dever said, thanks to the vets that served so we can have freedom to do what we get to
Absolutely.
do. Indeed. Indeed. Cam McNulty is joining us. Cameron.
What's up, McDowell?
She says hi from your daughter and grandkids. She's got the grandkids tonight watching. Hello.
What's up, children's?
Lizzie said we did not go. Randy had to work. Oh, so she wasn't even going to be
there.
Okay,
well, see, then that worked out well then because we didn't.
We would have been looking all over for you.
We totally would have been looking.
Matt Williams is joining us. Hello from rainy Idaho.
Oh, geez, us too. It's weird, right? I guess it's the pre-summer.
I guess.
Situation.
Tracy Courtville is joining us.
What's up, Tracy?
Hey, beautiful people and all my Army friends. Tracy and I were chatting back and forth today.
Excellent.
He's making me an Afghan.
Okay.
And wanted to know what colors. I'm so excited for this. I didn't realize he was this crafty. I knew he had talked about making the remember the hats he was going to make, the bed hats. The long ones that they used to wear, like in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, those big long hats. He was going to make me one of those. I don't know what happened to the hat, but I'm excited for whatever he puts together.
Yeah, that's cool.
Bob McLaren's joining us. 93 degrees today in the 51st state. That's my home state of New Jersey.
Oh, nice.
93 today it was. Oh, they must have had a great day outside today. Mama Wood is joining us.
Hi, Mom.
Jay and Tim greet you, my babies, with love and kisses. We love you, Mama. Tracy said, just missed a tornado this weekend by about 2,500 feet. Yikes. Nice. Mike Frucci says, be safe, man. Chris Hartong is joining us. Hello from Minnesota. Welcome, Chris.
What's going on, Minnesota?
Louis Pinata wants to know what's the drawing tonight. Johnny is doing a nod to Big Daddy Ed Roth's Armor in Command is the name of it.
I'm already kind of butchering it up already.
Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to do split screen. That's why I don't like what's the
Oh, because you're just on you?
I'm just
chatting away.
Chatting away. I'm so sorry, guys. Here, I'll give you a full screen of it so you can see. So there's the sketch. Hank Dutton said, Christmas story, stocking hats, or bed cap. That too, right.
Right, yeah.
Him saying it was from a Christmas story. Tracy Corpel said, I got both made right here in the box, ready to ship when the funds get here. Oh. Well, let me know how much you need to send them, and I will pay you, sir. So we did a garage clean out today, which was a bit bittersweet. Quite a bit of stuff we said goodbye to.
Yeah.
And
we actually, there was a lot of stuff that we right at the end there too. I chucked some stuff that we were talked about. Maybe save. I just threw it away.
Yeah. It's never easy to go through stuff and get rid of stuff, especially when you're an artist. I have found
that's why.
I think it's a bigger deal because there's so many things that you picked up and you're like, oh, this would be cool to do this with, or this would be cool to paint on, or whatever. And, and it just was a collection of pieces of scrap metal and which nowadays is worth a fortune. But so we had quite a bit that we needed to throw out, and I said, because Johnny has to go back to work tomorrow. We're both working tomorrow, and we needed to make a couple dump runs because there was quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah.
And we had it all. I said, let's just stage it in the yard, and we'll put it at the front of the garage. That way, when you have a day off next, you can just quick grab it and go. And it had to be 4 o'clock or so. I think it was about 4:30.
Yeah.
And today is our garbage day, but we didn't think that the garbage men were working today because it's a holiday and they should have off just like everybody else. However, they were working, and about 4:30, they come down our street and they stop at our neighbor's yard and they're picking up the trash. And I said to Johnny, we have 2 barrels. I said, let's grab the barrels we filled and get those out there. And while I was bringing the barrels over, I spoke to one of the guys and I said, hey, we have this whole yard full of stuff. He goes, yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah, because he was saying, we won't have room Thursday.
We won't have room on Thursday.
Which is the next time they pick up, yeah.
So he's like, yeah, let's just grab it. The 2 guys left the truck.
That was crazy.
Came over into our yard, grabbed the stuff. All 4 of us were grabbing stuff. We had a lot of stuff.
It was nuts.
And I couldn't believe it. It was just like a jaw-dropping moment because that would have been a whole nother day of going to the dump at least twice. That's how much was out there.
Yeah, there was a lot.
I mean, they took what was that spoiler from?
A Porsche.
Why?
I don't know.
We don't know why
someone gave it to me and said, you should paint a Porsche on it. And
so we had this car spoiler, which was huge, sitting in the garage for the last couple of years at least. And they took it. Oh my gosh. And how crazy. I think I've been behind a garbage truck.
Oh, to watch it really do its business? Oh my goodness.
We threw everything in and I'm like, well, it's going to come out. We need to push it in. He's like, nah. Presses a button.
Watch this.
Presses a button and it just crumbled everything. Oh my God. What? First of all, not only are they out in the heat and dirt and filth and picking up garbage and it stinks, but what a dangerous job.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. So that was like a yay victory story because, again, we didn't plan on them coming. And then all of a sudden, all of our stuff was cleared out. It was insane. It was crazy. So we got a lot done. We got a lot organized. And what I thought was cool, today of all days, Johnny came across some photos of his dad.
Yeah.
And it was from when he was in Greenland, you said.
Yeah.
What did he do? Send them home probably for you guys?
I think he brought them home. Oh. Sure he sent some home to my mom just to kind of share with, what he was, what he looked like and his beard and the whole 9 yards. And
I've seen.
So my dad never really he was always clean shaven.
Right.
So.
And that's what I was going to say. All the pictures I've seen of him, because you posted some pictures of him as a young guy in the military with his buddies. I've seen those photos. And I've seen photos of when he was probably, in his 70s before he passed away.
Right.
Like right before he passed away, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen any of him at the age that Johnny's at.
I want to almost say I'm about the same age right now.
And I think that age... It was the age in the photos. So
yeah,
crazy to see. I mean, he looks just like him. You're gonna have to post those. You'll have to post
Yeah, it's weird that I look just like my dad, right?
I mean, no, I'm talking about like exact.
Yeah.
Your smile.
It's crazy.
And especially him with the beard, because you have a beard, and normally
I do have a beard. I do have a beard. In case you're wondering.
And normally you didn't, though. Normally you didn't. So it was neat.
Yeah, that was cool.
We stopped for a moment and I think did some reflection.
For sure.
At that point.
Yeah. It was yeah.
Yeah, it was neat. Matt Williams said, "I'm drawing a cool rod myself while watching Johnny work his magic."
Yes, excellent.
Perfect. Mike Perchi said, "Unfortunately, there has to come a time when we realize that we will never do anything with it. It's rough, and it's something that we have to do." I know, it's crazy. And I remember him acquiring some of the stuff that he had in there, and both of us having the idea of, oh, we could do this, or oh, this would be super cool. And then it just again, like everything else, there's never enough time. And when we have
time gets away from you.
We just talked about this. When we have time, we choose to be out. We don't choose to be here necessarily. We just talked about the fact we were in our pool today. We talked about the fact that last summer we may have used it a handful of times.
Yeah, we didn't use it quite as many times as we thought we would.
If it's a nice day, we're out. We're riding around. Especially now, we've got the Jeeps. We've got the Bug. There's always something to do on the weekend if it's a nice day. So we're not normally here, but we need to spend some more time at home. I mean, during the pandemic, I think all of us were home.
I think that's what it is that we became so used to that we were home so much. For 2 years, basically.
And it was just like, let's get out.
Yeah. Like staying home just feels like I got to get out. And, I want to get out and be a part of what's going on out there and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But even before the pandemic, we really weren't stay-at-home people.
Not really,
No. We like to be out. We like to live life. So, Ray Haas is joining us tonight. Welcome, sir. He says, "Hey guys, how did you like driving the Jeep with no doors?" Yes, super fun. So we decided to go topless and doorless and windowless.
I just wanted you to experience it.
I've been in yours when you had your old Jeep.
One time you drove around with me.
It was more than once. Yeah, we used to take it down to Clearwater all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was super easy to take the doors off. Well, for him, I watched. It was probably easier for me to just watch you, but it was pretty easy. And then putting back on, super easy. Would I attempt it myself? Probably not. Not yet. I think I'd have to do it a couple more times.
Well, we set it up now where you could theoretically
more easily
do it yourself. Yeah.
Really, it's not even the on and off of the doors. It's all of the digital connections and everything that concerns me.
Digital connections?
Yeah, for the doors, for the door locks, for the door.
There's no digital connections.
Alarm.
Just a connection.
You still got to plug it in, and if you don't plug it in right,
it won't work.
Like little plastic doors, which I already feel like I've broken. I don't know.
Well, you did almost break that one.
I fixed it. That was cool though, and there was a Jeep meet like literally within 3 miles of our house. So we popped up to that, and we each drove our Jeeps. You want me to do full screen?
I'm just making sure we're there's a drawing going on.
There is a drawing going on.
Yep. This is a no pre-sketch, so we're right in the designing on the fly type thing here.
I think people are seeing it. Super sketchy right now, guys. If you're just tuning in, this is a nod to Ed Roth's Armor in Command. And in light of Memorial Day today, Johnny wants to do something military-ish. And you've done a lot of Ed Roth stuff this month.
Yeah, it's great. Super,
I want to say, I'm looking back.
We've just done 3 almost in a row.
You did. So you did May 2nd was Smokey and the Bandit Snowman.
That's not Ed Roth.
I know. And then May 9th was The Race of Gentlemen. Mm-hmm. And then, but this was a 5-week month for Sketchy. So the last 3 in May have been
at least on
not to Ed Rock. So very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, so normally, and Johnny didn't work today. Like I said, we were out in the garage, but normally he would come home from work, and this is what he would be doing for a little bit before we eat dinner.
Pre-sketch, yep.
Yep. So you're getting to see the pre-sketch.
It's a mess.
But that's how you would bring it over.
Yeah.
So anyway, we went to the Jeep show. Super fun. Quite a few Jeeps showed up.
Yeah, it was a good turnout. It was a good time.
Yeah. And love what Starkey Ranch has done with their property. They've added a food truck, like almost like a permanent, what they call it, the Starkey Trough.
Yeah.
Or trough. Is it
trough?
Trough. Did I say
trowel?
It's the Starkey Trough. But they're doing like burgers and chicken, stuff like that. So super cute. Tons of drinks. And of course they have their bar open now, and then they have their little market area with like fresh fruits and, you know, all garden vegetables and stuff like that. And just a huge property. What a cool area to do a car show. So I was excited. Yeah,
and the people that were running it seemed pretty nice and excited that people were showing up.
It was organized, and they had people parking, and it had a pretty decent turnout. They had a band there, well, a guy playing. I guess it really wasn't a full band, but
still a dude playing.
Yeah, some live music. It was a warm day out, really warm day out. And Maddie Bunce is joining us.
Matavius Buntus.
Tracy wants to know, how many times have you guys been ducked? I got my first duck at the show. They were ducking everybody. So I think it was promotional because there was a little tag attached to it,
yeah, that's okay though.
That's okay.
Still counts.
That's okay. Yep. So I have one little green duck now.
And his name is
Philip. I don't know why.
That's so funny.
Did you want to announce the change that you've made to the name?
Oh, is it an announcement you make? It's like this big deal.
Everybody knows your Jeep as Jane, because that's
nobody knows mine. Nobody is paying attention to what the Jeep's name is.
I think they were.
No, they're not.
You drew Grace and Jane. I'm Grace.
Okay, well, I've changed it. It didn't fit. It didn't fit.
So
it's the same problem I had with the Silverado, and every time I try to name it, it just didn't. I just didn't feel it. Like when my old Jeep had its name, and it was what it was. That was Thunder Jeep, and this one just never.
Jane didn't sit.
The Silverado, I tried to come up with different names for that thing, and it didn't. Just never would fit. And so this one, you know, we talked about Jane, G.I. Jane, and then it just, I don't know, it just never. I just couldn't. It just didn't. It never connected with me. And then so we were talking about names. I don't even know how we came up.
Because that was going to be my second choice.
Oh.
Because I named mine Grace. And I said if I didn't name mine Grace, I would have named it Mercy.
Yes.
And you said.
And I was like, what? That's what I said.
Yeah.
What?
So he's basically taking that name.
Yes. It fits.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I love it.
Her name's going to be Mercy.
It is now Mercy. It's not going to be.
Oh, it's now Mercy.
It is Mercy.
So Tracy said, I knew them as Grace and Jane. See, I think because we had talked about Jane and you had posted things with the name Jane.
Well, it didn't fit and it's been changed.
So now she's Mercy.
It is Mercy. And I love it.
So we are Grace and Mercy.
Yes.
How cool is that?
That's
a biblical thing.
I love it.
That's a nod to God. That's pretty cool.
Nod to God. Nod to God.
So super fun. I can't believe the rain right now. This is crazy. It was supposed to rain, I think, earlier today, but we've had an absolutely gorgeous weekend. It's been gorgeous all weekend.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate with some great weather.
Clear skies.
Hot, super hot.
Yeah. Wow, that came out super cool. Let me zoom in on that for you. See, what do you call that?
What do I call what?
They're not tires. So what is this thing called?
These are tracks.
That's what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That's super cool. So it's almost like a conveyor, right?
No. It's like tracks.
Is it flexible?
Of course, it runs on these wheels.
So those are the wheels. So it's almost like I'm trying to
tracks.
put it together. I know what you said it is.
Yeah. It's not like anything. It is what it is.
Trying to think of what's something that I would know.
So to try to figure out how to change it into something else so that you can explain what it already is.
I understand it's called the tracks, but I'm saying like if it was going over something, it would conform to that.
It'd be tracks going over something.
But it would conform to.
No, it wouldn't conform. It would roll right over the top of it.
Flat though?
What?
Is there any flexibility within the track is what I'm getting at.
As it rolls over stuff.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
There's a little bit of suspension, and these wheels will move up and down.
And so
these are fixed.
Was...
Both front and the back portions are fixed. On a lot of World War II units, these were a big sprocket that would grab the track and pull it across and roll it over this big wheel.
So is this type of setup like good for like desert?
It's good for everything.
You wouldn't get
sand,
stuck.
mud, desert.
So you don't get stuck.
That's the purpose of it. It'll run over things, run right over a car, rip it in pieces.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the garbage truck.
Nothing
Same
like
power.
Not like the garbage truck. What is the garbage truck?
How it smashed things, like which is with that power. No? He's laughing at me. Just trying to understand. I don't know the mechanics.
You've never seen you've never watched a tank?
I'm sure I've seen them.
You got to watch more war movies.
Mike Virtue said it's storming pretty good in Homosassa.
Homosassa.
It's storming here too.
It's not Sasa.
Oh, Bob said bulldozer. Bob McLaren.
Yes, a bulldozer. There you go.
Okay.
Thank you. Very good. Great.
That's what I was trying to think of. So that is also the same type of.
That's where they got the mechanics of a bulldozer. Yes.
Kevin Johnson said, "Sticky and stormy in Hudwest. Hi, sketchy folks. Welcome, folks. So we were at our fellowship on Sunday, and Johnny does shuttling for our fellowship, bringing people into the house where we do the shuttling. And
well, you asked me first, and that was where.
Well, I did,
and that was, which was odd. I was like, well, that was an out of the blue question. Because
we were sitting. I forget why I asked.
I don't remember either. It was kind of odd.
I think we were waiting. We were watching traffic go by, and I just started thinking about if money was no object and space was not a problem.
The final frontier. Oh, or maybe was it? Yeah, because that's weird. Because you already know what my dream vehicle is. That you would ask, but it was weird. You were like, "Is it really? Would it really? If there was money, was no object, kind of thing." Actually, the way you asked it was, "What was the one? What would be the one thing you would buy?" It wasn't like specifically a dream vehicle, and I'm like, it would be that I'm focused. That would be it.
And what he's referring to is the 32 Ford.
That is correct.
That is what he wants.
Well,
that is what he's always
32.
Wanted. 29 to 32.
Early Ford is what I want.
Early Ford. So now he's less specific than he was before.
But I'm not specific, no.
Pacific. Yeah, and then we started asking, did you ask anybody else?
No. Why would I ask anybody?
One of the guys we picked up, we had asked him, and it's so funny because when you ask different people.
Yes, because his answer was interesting.
It was interesting. He wanted He was a passenger. He said, "It's our friend Lou." He was a passenger in a Suburban.
Some troubles.
A newer Suburban, like probably a 20 to 22 Suburban. And he's like, I liked how high up I was in the Suburban. And he liked the room. He currently drives a pickup truck. What does he have now?
It's for F-150.
F-150. But I guess depending on who you ask, I mean, like, because Johnny is a car guy and all of you are car guys, and I'm not saying that maybe you wouldn't want
and car ladies,
Corvette or something,
and car ladies,
but I think if you had a dream car, it would be probably something other than
maybe not. Maybe maybe theirs would be something new. There's a lot of people that like a lot of new stuff.
I'm going to pose the question then: what is your dream car?
If you had limitless
space, because that's a big deal.
Yes.
Limitless space and limitless funds. What would be your dream car? Would it be something new? Would it be a 2022 off the showroom floor? Or would it be an older restored? Or would it be a project car? What would it be?
Let's hear it.
So let us know. Let's see.
Yeah, because, and again, it was interesting that he said a newer truck, but it was his distinctly is a truck guy. He's like, I don't want an SUV, little car. And he goes, and I don't know if I'd really want a Suburban because I don't know if I could live with the fact I can't throw stuff in the back.
Open.
That's what he was saying. Was his biggest his biggest dilemma was that. And I'm like, I totally understand.
John Depper said, here in Minnesota, we are on a tornado watch and windy. Be careful. Be very careful. Matt Williams said, so I was going to publish my third book. However, the printer/distributor I use now has a policy where I can't include famous names and brands in my title, copyright, trademark issues. Basically, I cannot refer to Chevy or Ford or other models. Classic cars are the backdrop to my story. So instead of publishing it and taking away from the visual, making it dull, I am posting it on Facebook and I've posted it on Hot Rod Inktober. Tomorrow I'll be posting chapter 2. Chapter 1 will be available.
Cool.
That is so cool. And I'm sorry to hear that you're running into that problem though, Matt. Okay, so we have a few, let's see. Mike Ferrucci said, if money was no object, I'd love a 49 to 51 Merc. Me too.
Yeah, man.
Me too. That's mine too.
Beautiful choice. Beautiful choice.
He said, I even have one tattooed on me.
Oh, nice. Commitment. See, that's a commitment to the dream. So I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Tracy said, me too. So it looks like the three of us are going to have cars the same. Bob McLaren said 30s supercharged Duesenberg.
Okay.
But I have a long list. LOL.
Yeah, well, so
well, that's the thing. I mean, Johnny does too. There's plenty of other cars. Again, if space was no object and money was no object, he wouldn't be stopping at a 32 Ford. I'm sure you'd be getting much more than that.
You know what's funny is I don't know. I used to have this dream of having a stable of cars and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm so like, I want just the fixed vision I have of the one car that I don't want to ruin it by because I would be wanting to drive all these other cars too. Like it already happens with what I have. You know, is that it takes away. It's hard. It's a hard deal. But you know, what are you gonna do? That's why it's a dream.
Yeah. Dreams
are fun.
It is fun. It's something to continually look forward to. It's something that when you have it, you make it what you want. I mean, I totally get the whole project car vibe.
I think more than ever, I think for you, I think you see now some of the thing that you didn't see before, not that you purposely weren't seeing it, but just the whole idea of personalize something, making it your own, having an attachment to the vehicle where it's not just mode of transportation. It's no longer just this purpose thing. I go to the store, so what I get in.
Right.
You're seeing now, and I'm feeling and seeing, you're starting to have a connection with your vehicle. And that's what car people do, is we take this object, this machinery, and we start to have an emotional connection to it, because we're now creating memories in these things. You know, look at just the story you just told about taking the doors off. I know that's vivid in your memory of driving that road with the doors off, the wind in your hair, your foot out, noticing, I don't have mirrors on the side, I better get those.
I didn't notice that.
but making a note, making a note of things that are happening as you're immersed in this vehicle, and then getting to a show, if you want to call it, that was a meetup, and then seeing and parking it next to other ones. And then watching people walk by yours and go, oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. You know, there's some pride you take in the choices that you've made and decisions of color, design, doodads, you know, accessories and things, because it's all taste. It's all personal taste. Where at the same time, you walked around and looked at some things and went, I don't know if I do that. And that's not really my flavor. I did pick up
a few ideas, though.
Right, but
stuff that I might want to do.
Which was really cool to watch you look at that World War II Jeep and go, oh, I really like some of these things that they did to that, since you're kind of doing, you know, an homage, if you will, a little bit of a military look to yours-ish. Yeah, but that's neat.
Yeah, it was neat. It was neat. I mean, I definitely was there looking for ideas, because I know I'm in complete control of customizing mine. Whereas,
yeah, you are.
If we only had the one, I'd be like, oh, this is kind of cool, and then you would be like, nah. It would be shot down.
You are correct, because there's a lot of things that you like that I'm like, nah, not my cup of tea.
Shaggy LeBlanc is joining us. Welcome, sir. He says, awesome job on the sketch. John Devery said a 40 Willys, but I got my second favorite car, 55 Chevy. Yes.
Nice.
55s are nice. Is that what Phil had, or did he have a 54?
Phil had a 53.
Oh, was it?
Oh, no, excuse me. It was a 54. You're right.
Yeah. So similar. Howard Pierpont said it's called intellectual property. You wouldn't let someone use a drawing without permission. So, yeah, I get it, but still. Ray House said,
this is not coming out well.
I like the muscle cars from the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah.
Because he's a racer. The need for speed. Speaking of which, has anybody gone to see, I don't know why I'm correlating the need for speed with Tom Cruise, but has anybody gone to see the new movie? Don't give us any details. We have not seen it yet, but so far the feedback I've heard has been pretty good.
Yeah, I'm definitely wanting to go see it. The new Maverick movie. Well, maybe because it's such a thing of, you know, us growing up, you know.
Yeah, our generation. Tracy Corbell said, I had dreams of my own pickup, cowboy boots, and a German Shepherd dog. My uncle made all three come true. Dream high, because they do come true.
I agree with you, man. Dreams do happen. So, you know, it's all timing.
Yes, it is. Bob McLaren said you should add a machine gun on your Jeep, Eddie.
Yeah, right.
There are people who I've seen do the word Jeep, and the P is actually an upside down rifle. Actually, the J might also be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Gun folk.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm not a big gun fanatic. I think that they're important, and I definitely support rights to have owning a gun.
Ooh,
just like anything
getting
else.
Political. What?
Because it's free will. Anything having to do with free will, choice.
Yeah.
I am all for it.
Okay.
So, yeah, I wouldn't want somebody to tell me that I can't have a cell phone if I want a cell phone. So it's the same type of deal. Anyways, that being said, I am not, I am not Miss Artillery. So
you're
I
not.
probably wouldn't do all that. But it's cool. I mean, we saw that the Jeep you were talking about, the World War II Jeep, That one was like fully, it looked like it could be fully functional. It had a machine gun on it with the round, like probably fake rounds, I'm hoping.
Oh, yeah, I would assume.
All coming out of it, and it was up on like a, I don't know what you call it, like a scope thing, or what's it called? Some kind of stand. It was like in the middle of the unit, and it was a stand where he could like stand up from the driver's seat.
It was a mounted, I believe it was a mounted 50 caliber machine gun is what that was.
And then there you have it. It was super cool, and I love that. He had like little boxes with ammo in it, and there was like a first aid kit box thing on it.
Again, it wasn't. It was a nod to a true working World War II. It was supposed to be one that would have been in D-Day.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Totally dig it. But Matt Williams said, "So many I want. Maybe a 49 to 51 Ford.
Yeah.
Or a 55 Ford, like my folks had, to name a few." Draco said, "Go ity-B freedom." Tracy Corpel said, "My dad had a 57 Plymouth Fury, nice car, but didn't cause trouble like its cousin did on TV." Oh, I think this looks cool.
It's not great.
I think it looks good.
Yeah, sorry, you're right. I'm not supposed to talk crap about my own drawing.
Because it looks good. It's cartoony, it's sketchy. That's what we do.
We're getting there.
That's what we do here on Sketchy Live, guys.
You hit me in the arm. Don't talk shit about your old stuff. You're not supposed to do that.
So anybody else watching? We have 21 viewers, and I only heard from like 2 or 3 people. What's your dream car?
Yeah, if you had no limits in funds.
Johnny looks back at these comments because he's not able to see them while he's drawing.
Nope.
So he goes back and watches the whole show and watches all the comments.
Yeah, your dream car could be something we might draw.
Could be something that we draw because, quite honestly, not that you're running out of ideas, but
sometimes
he struggles to find something new to do. So, so we want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
And likes and loves, guys, if you're digging where this one's going. Again, if you're just joining us, Ed Roth's Armor in Command Memorial Day, Monster in a Tank, not to Ed Roth's drawing that he did.
Yep, we're going to do it a little different.
It is. Quite a bit different, actually. Stance is a little similar.
Yep.
But your guy is definitely a little different. And and this is, he did I'm looking at it now, and it looks like a 3-color design. The black, white, and then he did like a sand color.
Almost, yeah.
So you'll have to figure out what color you're going to do on yours, or maybe just color it up and do a little extra colors. Okay, great. We've got some more here. So Draco said, "I'd get my 56 Chrysler Windsor restored, but that ship has sailed." Do you still have the car?
He had it at one time. I remember he'd shared pictures a while back.
Well, he said that ship has sailed, so maybe he doesn't.
No, it's no different than the 51,
Yeah. Mike Furchy wants to know, Johnny, what is your ultimate list of cars?
Of what I would have. Wow. Okay. So any early Ford from probably like 25 to 32. It's funny. I'm not a big fan of the 33. The body changes a little with the fenders and stuff like that. Not that it's a bad car. Something about those early, like 25 to early Fords.
What color would you do it? Or are we not allowed to talk about color?
Oh, sure. I don't know. There's a part of me that I wouldn't want to necessarily do black. I don't know, almost like a bluish gray maybe, or something.
Ooh.
Very, very muted, very
subtle.
Yeah, nothing very crazy.
Okay.
I remember, going. I think I posted a picture of Tony Stark's 32 with the big flame job on it and stuff like that, and lots of chrome. I don't even know if I'd want to do that so much. I'd want it to look more like it was a functional, not necessarily a show version, car version, but like possibly maybe it could have raced or it was just some dudes, weekend fun car, and he wasn't trying to, win races type thing. It was fast. But
speaking of flame jobs, did anybody see the photos that Ian posted from
there was
Santa
lots of
Maria
cool ones,
Car
huh?
Show?
Yeah.
So have you ever attended that show?
No, it's my well, I have.
Years ago.
It wasn't called, it was never, when I went, I don't think it was called the Cruising Nationals then.
Keep talking. I'm gonna get some water.
But yeah, I went a few times back and when I lived there, but it wasn't as big. It was held at Santa Maria Inn, and I think they started kind of doing it at the fairgrounds just as I left. And but man, I wish I could have gone. There's nothing like one of the biggest car shows being held in your backyard, and you don't even go.
Well, you had actually planned.
To
go because you took the time off of work. You've been off since last week.
Yep.
And had plans to go or attempt it and never made the arrangements. It probably is something you could have gone to this year.
Yeah, the price of
tickets
were so huge.
Rental cars and gas. It just would have been a lot because we've got a trip next month we're doing, of course. But some of the cars from that show, holy crap, they were nice.
Yes, they were.
Really nice cars. So it looks like a lot of people made it out to that show, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, let me get caught up here. Tracy Courtville said, you drew mine, the American Graffiti 1955 that my buddy Lane Kelton got me.
Nice.
So that's his favorite. Mike Furchy said, Tracy, I'd take it as it was originally built as the 2-lane blacktop 55 gasser.
Yeah.
Draco said he still got it, but it ain't running. Yeah, that's how we are with Raquel. Well, she's probably running. I mean, we haven't run her.
Yeah, no.
I'm sure she would.
I just went out there and charged the battery up on it, and so I'm hoping to get it fired up maybe this week.
Good. Mike Furchy said, Draco, get it running, brother. Get it running. Bob McLaren said 36 Ford is a sweet model. There was a time when you also had that truck cab. Were you wanting a truck as well? I still would take pretty much anything fenderless. So early Ford. So want something fenderless.
Early Ford truck would be fine. 30s truck. I would go into 40s.
What's your deal with fenders?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't really like fenders on the Bug either.
Yeah, well, look how cool it looks.
So it's just an aesthetic thing?
Look how cool it looks.
Okay.
Not that a fendered hot rod doesn't look good. I'm not saying that one bit. Just for me, there's just something about those wheels just sticking out there. I love it.
Matt Williams said a 32 is what I'm inking right now. Very cool. Nice. You'll have to share your finished product. Draco said that was the plan, so it looks like maybe Draco, it's possible. Matt Bunt said 53 F100, which I have, but it is in many pieces. Drivetrain is complete, but body is not mounted.
Yeah, see, so that's
project. It's a project. Shaggy said, I want to build the 1930 Model A that Johnny drew. I will build it this fall and winter. Wait till spring to see it. Thing gave me a Woody. I want to build that, so that's next.
Sweet.
Nice. Russ Randall is joining us. Hi from Great Bend, New York.
What's going on?
Russ Randall, my squirrel picnic table fabricator. The McCoy said, I have always had a hard time thinking about what my dream car would be. My favorite has always been the basket case projects I get a hold of and get them on the road again. Even with an unlimited budget, I would still build them with odd parts. So my dream car is the next one I can save from the scrapyard.
And you do a great job of it, man. That's really cool what you do.
Some people rescue pets.
Yeah.
The McCoys rescue cars.
They do rescue cars. And they're always some kind of, like you said, some sort of something that somebody went, I can't do that.
Yeah.
They chuck it. And they find a way to do something with it.
Draco said, I'm offended by that. What are you offended by? Did I say something? I'm not sure. How did we offend you? Shaggy LeBlanc said, the Model A camper that you drew, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd love to see that come to life.
It is the time of year for campers. Do you remember
well, like every other drawing I was doing was a camper.
Last couple of years over the summer, it was just
a camper on my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Campers are fun though. Campers are fun. So yes, the Model A camper that you drew. Super fun. So another fun thing that happened, and I think some of you may have heard about this last Monday. We got a phone call. Actually, no, I take it back. We didn't get a phone call.
You got a phone call.
I got a phone call. And we were kind of waiting to see how things turned out. And as of yet, we have not been able to hook up. But I got a phone call on my personal cell phone from Little Daddy Roth.
That was cool.
And I answered
like,
the phone.
What?
And he's like, hi, is this Johnny Jalopy's wife? And I said, yes, it is. This is me. And he said, hey, I was just wanting to let you know that I'm going to be in the Florida area, and I'd love to meet up with you guys. So we've had all week, and Johnny wound up calling him back and or texted him, I guess, and he's off doing some other things at the moment.
Yeah, he's doing some fun stuff. Join Florida area.
Yeah, before he leaves Florida, hopefully we can get in touch with him. But we may be hooking up with him this week.
That'd be cool.
Would that be?
It'd be super cool. Even if it was just like dinner or something, it'd be fun.
Yeah, well, that's what it's going to have to be because we're working. So it was what an odd call to get. It was Monday night. Like we had just finished dinner.
Because you're all yes.
I'm like, hello. And Johnny.
It was cool.
Johnny's looking over at me, and I'm like, yeah. Oh, hi, Little Daddy Roth. And Johnny's face. Your face. You were like,
what?
Who?
Yeah.
So funny. So I just had a quick conversation with him. Johnny was doing the pre-sketch for last week, actually, so he really wouldn't have had time to talk anyway.
No.
But like I said, hopefully we will get to work that out and maybe have we'll take some pictures, or maybe he's going to come over and take a look at. He had mentioned something about coming over to see the bug, or hooking up at a show or something with the bug. So
who knows? Who cares?
I know.
Well, wherever that happens would be cool.
He's got my number.
However that happens, that would be so cool. Just can't, it's crazy to even think.
Oh, he said I'm off-fendered by that. Got to read between the lines.
Yeah.
I was like, what did I say? Matt Bunsen said, it has been a project for a while, been put on hold while I learn to walk again and be stable on my feet enough to function around the garage. Matt, you have a great excuse, so don't be too hard on yourself about it.
Yeah.
Mike Ferrucci said, the Merc is my ultimate dream car. However, I've always wanted a gasser, which I'm building now. A pro street style car, a lowrider, no real specific make or model of each style.
Nice.
Just that style of car.
Sweet.
Shaggy said, so ity-B, send me the drawing. I'll pay for the drawing of that Model A camper. I need it. Shaggy, just send me your address through Messenger.
We got you.
We'll get you a copy. Howard Pierpont said, I would take time off from work. The long-term benefits are worth it. Shaggy also said, where you depends, because he will crack you up the whole time. By the time he leaves, my jaws are sore. I'll wear your Depends. Yeah, the conversation was fun. I will tell you that. The conversation already was fun. So I hope it works out. I think that'd be neat. Now, I've never met him, but I know you met him out at Ian's.
Yeah, I didn't really get to talk to him or
that
much.
was in conjunction with, was that the Johnny 5?
No, that was the Space Junkie. Yeah.
So that was back in 2017, maybe?
Yeah,
it's been a while. It's been a minute. So
I was just stoked that he came and he looked at the car and just what he said about what his dad would have thought of it, and and of course that he dug it, and of course he's got that cool car. And what's interesting is in my queue of vehicles I've been messing with is I've been drawing his car, Little Daddy Roth's car. So
you just did.
I didn't finish it, but I'm almost done with it. It's been something I've been working on.
Well, and here's what's funny, because yes, last week you were already planning on doing Road Agent before the phone call.
Yeah, we're not talking about.
No, I'm talking about the fact that you've done Ed Roth stuff the last.
I'm talking about Little Daddy Roth's cars.
I understand that, but what I find odd.
I'm listening.
Is because May 16th and May 23rd, you had done Ed Roth cars, and then out of the blue on May 23rd, we get a phone call.
Okay.
From Little.
Yeah.
From the Little.
From Little.
LDR.
I don't know if he's gonna like that.
Little Daddy.
You're calling him Little.
From what I understand, he's pretty tall, actually. Guys, likes and loves if you're digging this one.
It's not fair. Yeah. I almost said it again. Please stop hitting me.
Let me zoom in. I think it looks cool.
It's a basket case mess, but it's all right.
I like it. I think it looks cool. Again, a nod to the original, but very much your own in your own style. Sketchy-ish. Sketchy.
Very sketchy.
Shaggy said no because I called him and told him that you guys were. Johnny was drawing them cars for him to tune in, but he was on the road. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all right though.
Now here's the great news. He can catch the playback.
Yeah, it is.
And the finished products because they're on the website.
Yeah.
So Hank Dutton, hankd.com is our web designer. For anyone who does not know, he's done an amazing job of things over at johnnyjalopy.com. So head on over and check it out. He has done the coolest thing. I'm so happy with it. And it's, I don't know. I don't really visit a ton of other sites to know whether or not this is even a function anywhere else, but it's on ours where you can actually click on the drawing and it brings you to the live drawing on Facebook that we've done.
Yeah, that part's pretty cool.
I think that's very cool. And tons of merch over there, guys. We have so much stuff available. It's nuts. Over 20, I think 25 shirts.
Yeah, we've got quite a few designs.
Shirts. We've got 2 hat designs, 2 hats available. We've got the beanie that I am wearing that I've always worn. I love the beanie. And you know what's funny?
You live in the beanie.
I do live in it. And it's the middle of summer and I'm living in the beanie. And here's the cool thing too. It's great in the Jeep because it holds my hair down and it protects my scalp.
Nice.
So
I don't know how you're not all sweaty from it.
But it's not. It really isn't bad at all.
So then they're breathable then, huh?
Fly off my head, remember?
Yeah, that's true.
You almost had a hat fly off.
Yeah.
Although you do have the flipped brim, so it's just kind of adding to the pick me up and take me away. But the beanie stays put, keeps my hair stayed put. Love it. Love it. It's breathable. It's totally breathable. So
it's huge.
It is huge. Mike Frucci said that's some of Hank Dutton's magic. It is. It is. The man has phenomenal ideas.
Yeah.
And
super talented.
He really is. In fact, we have, I don't know if you can see the little ity-B and the Johnny and then the little Johnny head. He made all those for us with his 3D printer and painted them as well. which I know is not something he thoroughly enjoys, the painting part.
That's something he doesn't enjoy it. It's that it's very tedious.
It is tedious. But he painted them up for us, and they look great. I love them. Oh my goodness. So you opted for the green. Let's go back and look at this. Love it in the green. Super cool. Are you digging it more now that you got the color in there?
It just at least looks kind of like an old sticker.
Yeah, I like it. He's got what looks like the Fred Flintstone sleeves. Where it's all torn.
Right.
Actually, I don't think Fred Flintstone had sleeves.
No, this is more like the 51st State shirt.
That's true. Well, this is
What's
so
that?
cool.
What's that place?
New Jersey.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. Sleeves optional.
That's
the
right.
welcome sign.
That's right.
Sleeves optional. In their defense, it does get pretty warm up there. It's
Okay.
93 up there today. It was warmer there than it was here today.
Sure. In their defense.
Hank now is saying, a lot of magic happens in my basement. Oh.
Yikes. He likes it in the basket. Put the lotion in the basket.
If you have not had the pleasure of seeing Hank's basement, which we have not visited in real life, but we have been on Zoom.
We've been threatened to be placed there.
It is a playground. He's got
some neat stuff, yeah.
He has got...
And it's all his art, which is cool.
Yeah. I think some of it's just toys, too. He's just got...
Oh, is there just toys?
Tons of figurines.
Those are collectibles.
Collectibles, yeah. What movie was that from?
I don't know.
I remember that. Oh my gosh, I can see it. He had everything displayed too. What movie was that?
Probably 50 or 40.
Was it Batman?
No, Batman.
No, maybe not.
What?
I don't know. Oh, was it 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those aren't toys.
Bob McLaren said that sleeveless thing went out on the 80s. Not up in Tom's River where my family lives.
Yeah. I'd like to redirect you.
My family is
her family really embraces it, yes, at all times.
And if it has sleeves when they buy it,
ripped to pieces.
They're cut off.
Yep.
Hank said 40-Year-Old Virgin. That's so funny.
Yeah, your brother's definitely.
Bob said Tom's River doesn't count. Yes, it does. That's a part of
New Jersey.
If it wasn't for Tom's River, you wouldn't have the shore. You have to go through Tom's River to get to the shore.
Those are fighting words.
Depending on the way you go, I guess. Tom's River does count. Oh, funny. So excited for our trip. We will be up there next month. I know we had tentative plans to get together with somebody or a few of you. We'll have to get that figured out. I'd really like to make that happen. I think that would be neat.
Yeah, it would be really cool if we could meet some Jersey folks.
Yeah. So
aside of your Jersey folks,
we will try and figure it out. Please get in touch with us. I think Robert Spear had mentioned something.
Yeah.
And Joe Lombardo lives up there.
Mm-hmm.
He had mentioned something.
Yep.
And also Bob McLaren. I would love to meet Bob McLaren and check out all of his fun stuff. He's got his travel pass, license plate stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, would love it. Would love it. Shaggy said, I would so drive that thing that you're drawing right through the streets in Detroit. You'd probably need to be in the tank because they are bulletproof. Hank says, every single neighbor I have all rip their sleeves off when they cut their grass. It's like a requirement to live in this neighborhood. Well, if it's just cutting, like why, my whole thing is why not just buy a tank top?
Yeah. There's the thought.
But tank tops are a little bit more like
Torn?
No, it's like a different type of sleeve. If you want full coverage here, they do make tank tops like that. It's a sleeveless t-shirt, but they make them like that. So that way it's not all ripped and you don't have all like strings hanging and everything. We saw them. Remember when we went down to Clearwater? They sell them.
No, babe.
Silliness. Bob McLaren said, I was in AC today, nowhere near Tom's River, LOL. Yes, well, we'll be flying into AC. Hank said, I have around 200 to 300 monsters/creatures I have created over the years. I have probably 40% of them 3D printed.
They're super cool.
Yeah, the things he can do with his 3D printer is amazing. And it's, you know, he shared with us, because I don't want to say too much, but he had shared with us that it's opened up an avenue of other stuff that he can do for people now. So hopefully that's going to take off for him and he'll be able to do something with it. But yeah, it's, I know the community is getting bigger and bigger, like where people are doing it, and it's becoming more and more popular. I know businesses are starting to use it. You were saying something to me the other day about, like, who was it? Military or something was making stuff with 3D printers. We were talking about
everybody. They're all doing it. Jay Leno makes parts for his
that's what it was.
Vehicles that are out of date and they don't make them anymore. They're 3D printing them now. And
you said that they're doing them in other materials other than just plastics. So, yeah, it's definitely something that we're all probably going to have to get on board with at some point.
I guess, if we have to.
So he's already ahead of the game. I know Draco was doing that kind of
stuff.
Yeah,
Draco's got them too. Yeah, does it as well.
Yeah.
I wish I knew how to do it.
You could probably figure it out, I would imagine. It's just having the proper tools.
I guess so.
Look at him. I love this. See, what I think you were doing is you were looking at it when the 4-year-old was drawing it, but now that...
What are you talking about? He's still there.
No.
Still looking.
What's he got there? Lipstick? What is that?
Lipstick? That's a controller.
Ah.
Is that lipstick?
Look at a lipstick. Frank Pupello says, nice, very ratfinky. Yes, it does look. Again, it's a nod to Ed Roth's Armor in Command. This is our Memorial Day drawing tonight. The McCoy said, Johnny's shirts all have sleeves, so I have to customize them myself.
Right, there we go. The Maurice's as well.
Gotta show off them guns.
That's right. Take them to the gun show.
Must be another area where sleeves are not required. We love it. We love it.
Listen, you buy them, ruin them, change them, make them your own. That's fine.
Hank said you can print to rubber, wood, stone, chocolate, concrete, and more.
Yeah.
Hank, are you doing a commercial right now for 3D printers? I'm interested in the chocolate. How does that work?
Right.
Sign me up for that. The McCoy, Hank said McCoy's sun's out, guns out. Draco said, I bought a pancake printer, but not impressed. I don't know. What is he being funny or? Is that
I don't know. That sounded kind of like a pun, didn't it?
It did. I know. And given his earlier pun, I don't know if he's being serious or not. I did eat pancakes today, though. I haven't had pancakes in a long time, but I wanted them for breakfast today. Got them. They were good. Oh, maybe because he said I bought a pancake printer, like pancaking something.
Yeah, I know.
But not
I got it.
Impressed.
I got it.
Oh.
Why are you trying to explain it to me?
Because I
didn't get it.
Just now got it.
Right.
He said I sent you an FR.
As long as it's not an FU.
Was that a friend request?
Probably.
Mabes. All right. We'll do this. Tracy said, pancakes. I love pancakes. Print me a large stack. LOL. Oh, of course, the number 5 is on it. Let me zoom back into that drawing. 5 as in the number of things I'm going to crush. Right? Oh, Hank said, yeah, a friend request. Hank is my
translator.
My translator for all acronyms. Shaggy LeBlanc, I need to double check. He has a thumbs up. Draco said, nope, real thing. It's supposed to be able to print pancakes out of photos and drawings.
Oh, okay. He was being serious.
But not what it was supposed to be.
He was being serious.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either. But he was trying to be funny.
Oh, Lizzie said she made pancakes for breakfast this morning.
That's funny.
I haven't made pancakes.
No, you haven't.
Would you eat them if I made them?
Why wouldn't I?
Do you think our syrup is still good?
No.
Does that last?
It's not.
Oh my god.
And what is syrup?
Syrup.
Is it anything like syrup?
Syrup. Tracy Courtville wants to know, Johnny, what is the story behind the number 5? It's a good one. It's a good story.
What is it? Tell it.
Tell him.
No, you.
He's asking you.
I know, but you seem to have that it's a good story. What is it?
Well, number 5 is part of. Well, that's income later for you. Johnny's football number was number 51.
Yep.
And 51 was also the number of your Raiders player, wasn't it?
One of
your
Raiders.
Favorite players.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So the 5 was actually derived from the 51.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then it got bigger meaning when I found out the biblical meaning of it.
Which, funnily enough, the number 5 means grace,
yep.
which is my Jeep.
Yep.
And my Jeep is in the works of having a number 5 on her. We're figuring that out. I now have figured out where I want to do it, how I want to do it. So that's coming.
Yeah, this is actually not coming out too bad.
He's surprised.
I am. I'm surprising. It's starting to come together. Cool.
Draco said, hard to tell when I'm serious most of the time. I don't even know. It's true. I thought I was going to be stepping into a situation. Mike Frucci said, if you want some awesome pancakes, you have to go to Red's up here in Hernando town, not the county. They have some awesome food. Yes, well.
We'll have to check it out.
We'd love to drive 2 hours for pancakes.
Right. I wish I was a pancake fan though.
You like the blueberry ones. You've had some good ones.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like pancakes. I'm just saying I wish I was more of a fan of pancakes. You know what my jam is. Anything with gravy on it. I like me some gravy.
He actually goes to a place and orders what's called the kitchen sink. It is literally everything, every breakfast meat and vegetable and filling and cheese that they have on their menu. And it's all covered in cheese and topped with
cheese.
Gravy.
Yes.
The sausage gravy.
I like it.
Hank said, tell the real story. When Short Circuit came out, you were just about your name being in the movie. You just grabbed the number 5 and ran with it.
Yes, it had everything to do with Short Circuit.
Tracy said he loved your story.
Thanks, man.
Mike Fritchie said they have orange honey French toast. So good. Oh, that I'd be interested in. We just got blood orange Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Those were good.
Very good. Tastes like an orange soda. So good.
Okay.
Tracy said fried potatoes with milk gravy, biscuits and sausage gravy. Yes, Johnny is a fan of the biscuits and gravy.
I do like a good gravy.
I used to get biscuits and gravy all the time at Denny's. That was my favorite place to get it. I don't particularly like some places' gravy.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't like the gravy, it ruins the entire thing. Sometimes it's not a sausage gravy. It's just a white gravy, and I don't like it.
Yeah. I've experienced that.
Very flour tasting.
Yes.
Not a fan.
Do you know what fixes that?
Sausage.
Hot sauce.
Oh, see, I don't eat hot sauce.
Right. That's why you don't know.
Jody Loke is joining us.
What up, Loke?
Dope Tank Jalop.
What's up, man?
He always does just partial words.
I love it. Because that's totally,
I know.
Yeah.
That's us. We do the same thing. Mike Furchy said Lenny's has great chicken and waffles.
Oh my God, Lenny's.
We did go to Lenny's.
Listen, man, I had the ultimate breakfast at Lenny's. It was called the Breakfast Wellington. Oh my God.
It was like a pot pie puff.
It was a paste. It's a pastry filled with, oh, listen to the list: gravy, potatoes, cheese, eggs, onions, chorizo, mush. It had like a mushroom, like a total. Oh, and then on top, more sawmill gravy, and it had a fried egg on top. It was a heart attack.
He took half of it home, still sitting in the fridge.
Oh, it's going to get eaten tomorrow.
Saturday morning.
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Don't you worry your pretty little head about my Wellington over there.
It's funny because we would go to breakfast every now and again, but since my dad...
Yeah, your dad schooled us in the damn breakfast.
Since when my mom passed away, it was 2017. That was the first year he came to visit us by himself.
Right.
And ever since then, for the last 4 years, he has come to visit by himself in October, November. That's his time of choosing. But my father, even when my mother was alive, he would still every morning make sure she was set, and he'd go to breakfast and then come back and hang out with her because she needed to be with somebody pretty much full time. But he goes to breakfast every morning. I mean, he's like the mailman with going to or with delivering the mail.
Okay.
Come hell or high water,
like,
rain, sleet.
It's like, wow, yeah, he's like the mailman.
He's going.
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to get us to split screen.
He's like a mailman.
So every morning he goes to breakfast. So when we go up there, we meet him for breakfast every morning.
Yeah,
I don't think we've ever missed.
Oh my God! And now I go to breakfast with him when he's here.
And when he's here,
yeah,
Johnny goes. If I'm working, sometimes I'll go as well. But
yeah.
But whenever Johnny's
but it's became this thing. It's the funnest to go to breakfast with him. Breakfast. It's breakfast. He's just,
my dad is just so amazing. He just had a birthday.
To use your words, he's a hoot.
He is a hoot. He just had his birthday on Friday, this past Friday. He's 81 this year and kicking butt. Johnny's mom is going to be 82
Mom's
this year.
doing super as well.
Oh my gosh. They're just
I love them.
Powerhouses, these two. And just every moment we get to spend with them or talk with them. It's
inspirational.
It's just the best.
Yeah, it's inspirational.
My dad has always been quite the comic. And I think that's where I get my wittiness from.
Oh, is it?
I just love being.
Do you plan to use that at some point?
Tracy said, "Never go to Golden Corral for gravy." Yuck! I would imagine.
Huh?
John Devery said, "Johnny, we'll have to get 2 of them tank drawings, one for me and the other for the car show giveaway." For sure, John, hit us up. We'll actually have this available on the website. Hank, we send it to Hank, and then he does his magic and gets it up there. So whenever he has the time to do it, it'll be in the next couple days. So keep an eye out for it. Mike Furgy said, "Have you experienced Marzano's in St. Pete yet?" No, and I've heard a ton about it, and I do want to go. That's going to be our next adventure. We will go down there. Okay. Jody Loke said, "I'm from the South, got a short and everything. LOL."
It's all good.
Gavin Little's joining us. Hi guys, better late than not at all.
What's up, Gavin?
Cool design. Yes, Gavin, and for anyone else who's just joining us, season 5, episode 19. It is Memorial Day. Johnny is drawing tonight and almost finished up with a nod to Ed Roth's Armor in Command drawing. Monster in a tank is what
it is a monster in a tank.
Monster. Mike said, "Get there early, otherwise there's a huge line to get in." I've heard.
It didn't come out too bad.
It's great. I love it, and I love the way you have this one laid out as well. You don't. Excuse me. That was dinner.
Yeah, hello.
You don't do a lot of portrait designs. Most of your stuff is landscape. This is an odd, well, it's not an odd design, but it's odd that you chose to do the portrait design on this one. But it just makes it bigger. I love it. Tracy Courtville said, awesome. Frank Capella said the name of this should be General Mayhem 2.
Oh, that's great. Write that down. General Mayhem 2.
General Mayhem 2. Yeah.
Love it. That's what we will do.
Hank said,
thanks for naming it.
It'll be up tomorrow morning. Been on the go all day, drifting in and out of sleep right now. LOL. Hank, you are good to go, buddy.
We'll allow it.
Frank Capella said, check your mail and you will see why. Oh, email? Did you send something over email? Oh, are you referring to email or regular mail? I'm not sure. I'm sure. Yeah, this is super cool.
Messages is what he sent.
Oh.
Very cool.
Oh,
General Mayhem. It's it's basically a model that he made of a dragster tank.
Oh, okay.
So cool. Yeah, man. If you don't mind, we will. If you don't mind us a nod to yours, that'd be great.
Cool. Oh, we said Facebook now. Okay.
Yep. Found it.
Neat. All the little details that Johnny's putting in now are going to make this thing pop. This is going to look great printed out. Just the way the color is.
Just a silly
and you can't
little...
really see in your view, guys. You really can't see a little bit of yellow background.
Oh yeah. It's a little faded yellow. Tried to make it look a little like it's worn.
It looks cool.
Yeah. Well, there we go. But let's sign it.
That is so cool.
That was a fun one. It turned it was going bad.
You turned lemons into lemonade.
Oh, here. Papa wasn't sure it was going to be good.
I had faith in you, even when you didn't. I just want you to recognize that.
You did.
I always do.
Wow. And he doesn't know how to spell his name.
Can't spell your own name, but
Is there 2 L's in jalopy?
Just the one.
That was when you know
somebody's tired.
Somebody had need to sleepy sleep.
And you haven't even been drinking. We're drinking water tonight.
Yeah.
Because we had one too many mics. No, I can't say that. I had 2. I had 2 mics.
2. You had more than 2.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, 3?
Yes.
I had 3. 3 mics hard. They were good, though. They were good.
It was fun.
Shaggy said needs a little fly up there.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good call, Shaggy.
Gavin said, in less than a month, I'm going to be pushing myself outside of my comfort zone, setting up my first booth at a car show that's coming up in my area. So much to figure out beforehand. If you have the chance later, I'd love to pick your brain for some advice. Absolutely, Gavin. Probably tomorrow, though.
Yes.
At some point tomorrow, we'll probably have some time, but we are exhausted from a very, very long day.
But don't hesitate.
But yes, definitely hit Johnny up. We've had some trial and errors ourselves, and may be able to offer you some ideas.
At least
Mike Ferrucci says, awesome job. Likes and loves, guys, if you're digging this one. This is going to be available for $20. You saw it drawn here. And you will have the opportunity to own it. A Memorial Day commemorative sketch.
Trying to have a little fun with what we got here.
Yeah,
so.
For sure. And all of the last 4.5 years, because today's going to make a full half year.
Yeah.
So it's really been like a full 4.5 years now that we've been doing Sketchy Lives on Mondays. All of those shows are available on the website. All of those prints are available on the website. We've had a lot of fun, a lot of movie cars, some show cars. We've had other Ed Roth stuff. We've Batmobile. I can't tell you how many times you've drawn that every which way.
That's George. That's George Barris.
Yeah. So lots of cool stuff over on the site. $20 for these ones that we're doing on Monday nights that you get to watch us draw and participate in the show with us. Shaggy said, perfect. I will get a hold of you and we'll send you my address again. Please do, sir. Yes, indeed. Lizzie said, nice job, Johnny. Gavin Little says, awesome. Frank Capella says, thanks for honoring those who paid the ultimate price for our freedom. Indeed. Indeed. We are thankful. And it is something that we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
And we pray for our country regularly.
Yes,
and,
we do.
We're thankful to be Americans. I know sometimes there's some stuff going on that kind of makes you go, what's going on with our country right now? But at the end of the day,
no other place I'd rather be.
We still have freedoms, and we are thankful.
Well, there's some flies, and then, like I said, we'll put I'll take some graphic stuff to add to before we send to Hank, and that'll make that part there. Let me real quick. I just want to add something real quick. Sorry.
Little last minute addition. What are you doing? Dirt? Are you actually putting dirt?
Trying.
John Devery said, great job. Love it. Draco said, great as usual. Very patriotic. Yeah, there isn't a flag in it necessarily. Nope. But it does say U.S. on his sleeve. So.
It does. Well, there you go. There is our sketch.
Looks great.
Little nod to, again, one of my heroes in art, Ed Roth, of course, the Roth Studios. Tonight's print will be available very, very soon, as Hank stated, tomorrow. So don't hesitate to grab it. Go take a look at the website tonight. Get yourself, there's some really cool sketches over there.
Cart with some other cool stuff.
Oh, I got the Caballero neck going.
Couple more weeks, guys, and it's Father's Day. So
yeah, so good time to we got hats, stickers, shirts, lots of cool stuff. And of course, you can always go back, as ity-B was just talking about, and watch old episodes. I would tell you, go back and watch some of those first year. They're pretty funny. I'd highly recommend.
We didn't start on time one time.
Not one time, no. And maybe a really fun one to watch would be maybe the St. Patrick's Day one.
Oh, jeez.
And the hideousness that is.
What was supposed to be me?
Yeah, not good is all I can tell you. But it was very funny, and it was so much fun. And we appreciate you guys hanging out with us another Monday night in the books.
In the books.
So hopefully you guys will see you next Monday. Stay safe this week. Have a great week. And welcome to almost June.
Almost June.
So have a great night, guys. We'll see you soon. And as always, there goes the finger guns. Stay sketchy.